His body, baby. His body, baby.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I am going to be doing a chit chat, and I'm gonna just be talking about the wash and go. And you guys asked me so many questions. I wanted to go ahead and seal the deal for all the questions that you guys may have after watching the series. I wanted to break everything down in the series first and then move forward with any questions that I possibly didn't answer. So that's what this video is gonna be about. I'm also gonna be doing my makeup. And as far as this hairstyle goes, this is a perm rod set. I'm just stretching it at the moment, friend. So the first thing I'm gonna do is apply my Palmer's Cocoa Butter Lip Balm. Literally some lip chap, but it's in a big tube. I don't know why I like the big tube, but it's cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some of that on. I will put everything that I'm using in the description bar below, because since I have topics to talk about, I don't think I'm gonna be able to discuss it with you guys. If you would like to see more makeup tutorials after this video, just let me know. I'm here for them. Okay, so a lot of people had questions about the dryer. Do I recommend another dryer? Any dryer will do other than the Dyson. I thought I said it in the video, but you guys can use whatever dryer that you want to use. But if you are using a regular dryer, I mean, use the same speeds that I'm referring to. And if it doesn't have those speeds, just whatever you feel is comfortable. Honey, just as long as you don't burn your hair off. You can smell that mess. If you doing your hair and you smell a little burning smell, girl, you better stop. You better stop. That's all I can tell you. Listen. There is a risk, okay? There is a risk when you are using cheaper items, okay? There are other dryers that are good. You gotta do your own research and figure it out. Dang, my face look oily. And I use that face base. My face feels amazing, but in the camera, it just looks so oily. If I was to use a regular dryer, I'll use the Conair. I don't know how much that one is though, but that Conair one is so good. When your hair was shorter, did you use the same method with the scarf? Yes, I did. But it just depended on the outlook that I wanted. I'm gonna put my old wrapping video below because I feel like it gives a lot of more like detail into different ways to wrap your hair as opposed to what way that I wrap my hair now, because that's what I was showing you guys in the Wash and Go series. So I'll put that below so that you guys can check that out. My hair was short and I did use that method. However, I did band my hair sometimes. The only thing about the banding that I don't like, friend, sometimes you can overstretch it and it just looks stupid. And so I was like, you know what, let me just not do that. Like, I want to appreciate my curls and I don't really necessarily want to stretch them out of place so much. And I don't like to put a lot of manipulation. Like, manipulation is like, you know, keep your hair in like braids, stuff that's tight like that. I try not to do that because I feel like it affects your curl pattern the more you do that and the moisture level in your hair. So I just try not to do that because every time I take that out, I'm like trying to get my curls back and stuff. What diffuser do I recommend? Honestly, I don't know much about diffusers. I would just find a diffuser that fits on yours. I think there's one that just kind of fit over everything. Like Diva Curl has one for sure. Another question that I got is, how often do you use the clay mask? So with the clay mask, y'all, you only need to use that whenever you feel like your hair needs a cleansing. The only reason that I showed it in my series is because in order for my series to really get its true potential and for you to really understand your hair, I needed y'all to get all those oils out of your hair. And not just the oils from like you using oils, but like the oils and products, the oils from your scalp. I just needed y'all to really get all of that out. And I wanted to show y'all, I mean, I just wanted to do an Aztec clay mask because I haven't done one in a minute. You should be shampooing your hair once a week. If you wash your hair every 3 days, I'd say start off by shampooing. In the middle of the week, do a co-wash. And then when the week is over, do another shampoo. That's how I do it. In between wash days, I would always co-wash. And over time, my hair just kind of got used to being so moisturized, and it just ended up getting moisture trained and all that good stuff. Somebody asks, do I just put the clips in the front when I'm doing a middle part or when I'm doing a side part too? I only do it when I'm doing a middle part because I want it, you know, it's like the focal point. When I'm doing a side part, I always just kind of like to do my edges, you know? I like to flick out the edges on the lesser side. And then on this side, it's always so much hair, so I just don't even worry about pinning it or nothing like that. But for a middle part, I do that. But you can do whatever you want. If you want to do it for a side part, friend, do that. Please do that. Somebody asked if it was safe to use the clay mask every week. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that. I mean, that's a lot. You gotta stir and mix stuff. Just get a shampoo. I just wouldn't do that every week. First of all, because I don't want to waste all my clay. I don't be, girl, we can't be going to the store that much. So yeah, I wouldn't use all my clay on doing that weekly. I would say if you are shampooing weekly, you only need to do a clay mask probably once a month. But you don't have to do it once a month. Y'all, honestly, I only do it when I feel like my hair needs a nice cleaning. So there's no time frame for it. However, if you are using oils, or if you are co-washing, or if you're using sulfates, I think you should do it a little bit more often. For those of us who can't buy expensive quality overhead dryers, what is the best way to diffuse, blow dry the wash and go with the least amount of manipulation and frizz? Air drying is not an option for my thick, type 4, low porosity, chest length hair. There ain't nothing. I don't mean to be, I can't, there's no other creation out there other than a hooded dryer. You just have to invest in it. And it's something that you gotta pick over, you know, splurging on a movie or something. You just gotta put some coins away. Honestly, that's all I got for you, because if your hair that long, it's kind of like you kind of gotta deal with it. Other than air drying, I don't think there's any other way. I have seen people using a fan to dry their hair. So if you have a fan or anything like that, that may work. However, I've never tried it. I try not to recommend things I've never tried before. If you're using cold air, you're gonna be there all day. You might as well air dry, in my opinion. For my hair, I was like, honey, I'm here all day. It's cold. I got to go. So I am using the Urban Decay foundation, and I'm in the shade 11. Somebody said they don't have a scarf, but they have a bonnet and a do-rag. How will I tie my hair with it? If you don't have a scarf, I just say go with a bonnet. Use like a hair tie to put your hair up into a pineapple and then put it in a bonnet. If you don't have a scarf, you don't need a scarf. So there's a comment that someone said they have a different texture in the front and it completely flattens out of the curl pattern, and they have to scrunch it back up. So if y'all having issues with the front of your hair, that just means the hair in the front cannot take the amount of moisture that you put in the back of your hair. And a lot of us, we be trying to get it so perfect because it's in the front of our head. However, too much moisture is causing that frizz and all that. So just try to remove some of the excess of water with like a microfiber towel or something when you see that happening. Also, I had somebody ask me about their products foaming up. Products foam up, like they add their leave-in, but when they go to add their stylers, it creates this foam. It's the products doing that. However, it's also too much water, which means that you need to take a towel, get some of that excessive water out of your hair. Someone said, I washed my hair yesterday, followed the instruction, and it turned out cute. Question, I cannot get my bangs to fall. I think my hair is used to being pushed back or parted in the middle. Any advice on how to train the front of your hair? I would say get some of them clips. The clips that I put right here, I would say kind of mold your hair to kind of fall forward a little bit, you know? Because I understand what you're saying. I really do. You just gotta kind of, girl, y'all gotta get creative around here, girl. Sometimes I do the weirdest stuff and I be like, dang, that works. Somebody asked me if I use shea butter in my hair, which has nothing to do with wash and goes, I guess, but no, I don't. If you are a beginner doing wash and goes with no clearly defined curl pattern, is there anything additional that you recommend we do to enhance wash and goes? Also, do you think steaming your hair with deep conditioner in it is beneficial? First of all, I do think that steaming your hair is beneficial. I just haven't done it because I don't have a steamer to do that, and I feel like I ain't got the patience. I really think that'll be so good for anybody that will force their hair. I would say give it time. You know, I feel like the more moisture trained your hair becomes, the better. And that takes time. That takes you washing your hair pretty often, to be honest with you, and getting very familiar with your hair. And then you'll start seeing something, then your hair start growing, then it'll get more weighed down. So once it get a little bit more weighed down, friend, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you nothing. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define, and I am in the shade C13. How do you avoid or reduce fairy knots and split ends with a wash and go, since it may be easier to happen with that style? That is why I stretch. Like, I stretch for length for sure, but I also stretch and separate the curls, because single strand knots and all that kind of stuff, that's just your curls trying to marry one another. If you separate them once your hair is all dry, it makes it a lot harder for you to get those knots, because your hair is nicely separated. I like to, you know, do a little round them in sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, I was getting knots like crazy before I really started getting more into my own routine. I was following a lot of other routines and I was getting crazy, like single strand knots and stuff. I was like, what is this? How long do you spend stretching each section? I feel like I never get the stretch I'm looking for, or my hair shrinks back up the next day. If you're having that issue, I would say as soon as you're done with the blow drying part, like when you've stretched it and all that, band it up and let it cool. I have some satin scrunchies, y'all. I love my satin scrunchies. And they in my Amazon store. I'll have it in the description bar. It's always in the description bar, by the way. I add my satin scrunchies right after I stretch my hair. And if you walk around your house for a good like 30 minutes with them things in, you take it out. It'll be so nice. Now, I wouldn't recommend banding your hair every night though. It ain't that serious. After that first day, I do not stretch my hair anymore. I don't do anything else to my hair except pineapple it for bed and shake and go when I wake up and pick up my head. Hey Kim, I don't have a concentrated nozzle or diffuser, so how can I stretch my hair without causing too much frizz? If you have no attachments, you need an attachment. At least a comb or something. I was gonna say blow it. The reason I say that, because if you just put that dryer on there, I mean, you can do it with just a dryer. You can do it with just a dryer, friend. However, sometimes it'll kind of blow it a little bit crazy. I would say hold on to your hair real tight when you're doing it with just the blow dryer. So make sure you pull it tight and then really work it on those roots really quickly. And then I say go in with a band, like a satin scrunchie or something like that. Keep in mind, y'all, you can do whatever you want to do. These are just my recommendations. Do you think it would be better to clip my ends before starting this process? I mean, not really. Someone said, I have 2 questions. What exactly does raking do? I thought I explained this in the video, but raking, it allows the product to be evenly distributed. You got to get the product in some way. So you either rake it through, or apply it and shingle, or apply it and just do the prayer hands, or apply it and do a dimming brush. Those are the ways that I've seen it done. I don't know if I already answered this, but how long does it take my hair to get moisture trained? And it took me some years. I'm just kidding. It probably took me some months. Like, it depends on if I was consistent or not. But when I was actually washing, like, when I was washing my hair, overly washing my hair, that's when I kind of got hyper fatigue too. Like I try to tell you, like, I do want you to wash your hair and get moisture trained, but don't go too ham, okay? You can kind of get addicted to moisture, and then all of a sudden you got too much and your hair want to just be all silky all the time, and you be wanting your curls to be back and stuff. What do you do if any of these steps you done effed up, especially if you didn't tie it down right and it looks crazy the next morning? Can you fix a failed wash and go? I mean, you can. Of course you can. Me personally, if it's a fail, then honey, it's a fail. Because 9 times out of 10, I mean, I throw a puff in it before I call it an actual fail. Can you please tell us, in your opinion, the best wash and go combo products? Well, dear, I have a whole series. It's called Killer Combos. Yeah, just put that in and you'll find all the combinations that I agree with. And I actually got a playlist of all of them. Sure do. Is there a way to make your hair seem even when doing these styles? Y'all, I always use my pick and stretching. Somebody said, how long is the entire process? Depends on how fast you work. However, me, honestly, that process of filming all those videos, honey, that took all day, okay? I can't never tell y'all the time it takes because I always film mine. But if I ever don't, I'm pretty sure that'll be the quickest wash day of my life. I'd say 2 hours if you are good and you get it down packed. Frensss said, I have tried a wash and go and used a regular blow dryer and my hair was nappy. Friend, not nappy. What should I set my dryer to, high or low? Like I said, y'all, I would say start low anyway. Like, just start low. Your hair should already be dry before you hit it with that blow dryer. So you shouldn't really be, you know, having to put it on that high. Someone said, does my hair shed a lot? Girl, yes. My hair always sheds. Every wash day. It don't matter if I washed my hair 3 days ago. It'd be like, dang, girl, you about to be bald headed. I even asked my homegirl when she was doing my hair, I was like, do I still got a lot of hair? Because my hair been shedding like crazy. She's like, girl, yes. And at that point, I was just like, all right, everybody hair shed. She was like, this is normal. Everybody just be freaking out about it. But it's normal for your hair to shed like that. The last question is a question I want to talk about. Okay, so sis was like, is wash and goes for everybody? Topic. This is a topic, friend. And the thing is, no. Because not everybody is going to like a wash and go. They're not going to like it. I may think that wash and go is beautiful. And it may be the best wash and go they ever did, but they still might not like it. I feel like that's a perception question. Some people don't like my hair in a wash and go. You may be looking at it like, dang, it look good. But there are people out that's like, I should straighten my hair. There are people that tell me that. I feel like it's all up to the person who's wearing it. If you don't feel comfortable wearing it, baby girl, don't wear it. There are other hairstyles you can be addicted to. You don't have to do wash and goes. Now, I do think that wash and goes are good just because it's so low manipulation. So it helps with hair growth a lot because your hair is so free and just able to do what it do. But if you don't like it, friend, you don't like it. And that is okay. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup and I'm gonna come back and show you guys the finished look. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look and I hope you guys really like this Q&A. These are the perm rod set and I did do it on wet hair, so please go check that out as well because it's popping, friend. We popping over here. So hope you guys really like this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Mwah.
Make you ginger me. All the ladies in the house, they want to ginger me. Hey, hey, carry they go for a bad man.